Good morning, good afternoon. Today's November 27, 2017, Monday, and we're doing the morning business headline commentary. Looking at the positive holiday spirit of the market right now, seems everything seems to be pretty well. There's some exceptions, being the um, some conflict in the CFPB, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. So there's a little bit of clash over who is in charge temporarily. So that goes with that. All right, there's since this is the Black Friday and the Cyber Monday events, a lot of retailers are pushing it into getting the sales. For me, I've been trying to get SSDs. The 120 gig are now like a discounted price. Instead of $50, they're like $40. That's a good 20% off. And I try to get like the around 240 gigs and 256 gigs around 70 or even $80. Other than that, trying to get some gadgets like those quadcopters, miniature quadcopters. They're like around like $10 each now on sale. So I got some for as a gift. So about Time Inc. being taken over by Meredith. So that goes with that. Time Inc. is a magazine, so a lot of media related to that as well. All right. So Walmart and Kruger trying to put more margins into their retail of food. Um, by delivering more fresh foods and stuff like that. All right. Sandbridge, another one of those corporate moves to put a poison pill to fend off hostile takeovers. Um, so poison pill making it difficult for much more difficult for hostile takeover to happen because they need to have high costs. So we do see the GOP trying to rush the reform of the taxes. We'll see how it goes. Since like they're going through the Senate after it went through the Congress, House of Representatives. Well, still some good amount of time left. It's not even December yet. Hopefully, they get something through that will help the general U.S. citizens to have more certainty to spend more for Christmas. So you see, Russia's have this switcheroo, being the prime minister and then the president and back again. So we see how it goes because we know the results already. That he is the ruler of that country. All right. So you see, like as I mentioned before, don't invest in that company, Uber. That company is messed up, as I said many times before. Now you see that one thing after another that with the SoftBank bid to invest in Uber. Well, you go ahead and you tell me what happens after, like, let other people know. Because this industry is still very beta, so we still don't know how it will go. All right. They say Roku is up 200%. Could keep rocking it higher. Well, we see, Roku is something that need to be dealt with because so much competition with these TV boxes. All right, let's look at the how the markets are operating and behaving. Let's go to the oil. Oil, you see, like dropping like a whole buck to 57.89. As I mentioned many times and repeatedly, that the false narrative to push the oil higher to this level is getting caught up by the smart guys, where they actually see that the turmoil in Saudi Arabia has nothing to do with the overall oil production, because the United States, with its new technology, side drilling, actually produces more oil than anybody in the world. So it's the United States output that really matters, not the OPEC. Because OPEC agree on all the quotas and they cheat on all the agreed upon quotas. All right, gold going up $7 to nearly 1,300 an ounce. As I mentioned many times, I myself and many others don't wear gold or use gold in everyday life. The functionality is just not there in fashion or in any other technology usage. It remains the reasoning to have any value goes less and less, because gold was just agreed upon that it has value. I mean, it can be anything. It could be utensils, it could be forks and spoons and stuff like that. That's the 10-year treasury, around 2.38, 2.33%. Okay. So you see, like, I was actually at the moment in Hong Kong last week when I witnessed the 30,000 crossing of heng seng. Yes, because I kept mentioning it and I was known to, pointing it out that heng seng will eventually en route to pass 30,000. I mentioned it and it has an effect on the changes. After that day, when it reached 30,000 just before Thanksgiving in the US, I think they try to rush it just before the Thanksgiving because people are in the holiday spirit. Now everybody knows after they reach it, usually it goes back down a lot. And after I came back to the US for Thanksgiving, and we do notice that it's like sliding back down below 30,000. It will struggle to around this area for a while because the government regulations and watchdogs are watching it, and also mention it that may affect the outcome of the crossing of 30,000 as well. Everybody who follows me like knows that I caught this movement since 24,000. All right. The U.S. is doing record territory in the holiday spirit, and I anticipate maybe even going to 25,000. Because of the holiday spirit, the good GDP numbers for 2 quarters, as promoted by the executive of the United States. All right. Oh, that's another no. Bitcoin cost 9,500 in per unit. So we do see like with the holiday spirit people like discussing the value store reasoning of Bitcoin, as I mentioned with the pigs finding value store for like geopolitical problems with Portugal initially, and finally it works out, and then Venezuela more recently, where the currencies went bad and the smart guys were able to transfer their value. And now Zimbabwe, I'm pushing it past 13,000 traded locally of Bitcoin, and more people saying it will reach over 10,000. And I agree with that because like you see like locally in Zimbabwe it's over 13,000 already. So I mean they do talk internationally, with other local exchanges. And eventually we'll pass 10,000, 11,000 like that. Similar stuff. Yeah, today's a little bit brief. So you do mention Hong Kong houses prices can soar another 10%. That's not bad. Very similar stuff on a holiday Monday after Thanksgiving. So as a note, I do have Indian followers and Chinese business followers. I featured Amazon last year in one of my featured videos listed below. And after that, I do have Indian followers, and India's Modi went for a big hug on Amazon after I featured Amazon in my video. Also, no, I do have Chinese business followers, and after I feature robotics arms in my supercar video, some listed below, and some Chinese business followers decided to buy out Germany's robotics firm to help them do car production using these robotics arms. Also note, one recently, the company called Funimation that owns Dragon Ball became a takeover target after I featured Goku and Gohan or Dragon Ball in my cooking demo videos. Also, some of them listed below. Um, all right. Yeah, another more recent reactions, like I mentioned last week while I was in the Asia trip, that Hong Kong should utilize their knowledge and expertise in landfilling technology to maybe have a reasonable goal to double the land size of Hong Kong. Because once you increase the land size of Hong Kong, you can build and grow your economy much more efficiently. Because a lot more business want to come to Hong Kong to, run office space, do more businesses. When you have more land, you can grow the GDP of Hong Kong much better. And after that, I did get a response a couple hours later from the legislature that they will look into further using these techniques and technology of landfilling. And I did mention that once they mature these techniques, they can sell these services to other municipalities. They are facing troubles like climate change, where the sea levels are rising. So they can use these landfilling techniques to address these rising water levels. All right, so that's that. Couple of actionable commentaries and reactions from notable entities to my daily commentaries. All right, today's the holiday after Thanksgiving and Cyber Monday, November 27, 2017, and we're doing the morning business headline commentary. Happy trading.